Hello. Um, it's me, Candy again. Oh, computers. I know this lighting over here is not that great, but so still suffering, still feeling sleep deprived, and when you're tired as hell and can't sleep and can't function, um, I just got done laundry and had breakfast, and I'm bored, nothing to do, but if I try to sleep, if I lay down, I'd be surprised if I get any sleep. Um, but I'm sorry that with the sleep deprivation, I'm breathing hard, kind of out of breath. Um, the way that we targeted individuals are forced against our will to suffer for something that is not our fault and then get blamed for it. I have another video on my phone that's uploading, taking a while. So I don't know. I'm feeling like anxious and restless right now. My anxiety is very high. Um, so what I did was I had enough money. I hope y'all don't judge me, because if you didn't help me, then you don't have a right to say anything. You don't have that authority. So I'm not living in luxury at all by any means. But I had just enough money to get another week in the hotel, and got a little bit of money for food. Um Not that much money, but a little bit money for food. And me eating out of me eating microwave food 3 times a day, I know that can't be good. It can't be healthy for me. So I feel like I need a way out of eating microwave food every 3 meals a day, staying here. I know I'm kind of scared about that too. Because I know microwave food is not good for you. And when I have my own place, I don't use a microwave. I use the stove, or reheat stuff in the oven. And so I'm the only 37-year-old that I know. Am I gonna be 81 years old and referred to as that little girl and have to do what 10-year-old children tell me to do, and be told that 2-year-old baby has more common sense than I do? It's just, why are people so abusive like that? I don't understand. And so, you know, for some reason, the perps don't want me in the state of Florida. Like, as if the fake TI perps and the perps, they don't want me in the. They trying to make like I should get out of Florida. And the fake TI perps, excuse me, even though I have heard that people say that Florida is one of the worst states to, they said that the whole state of Florida is one of the worst states for a targeted individual to be in, and that they get gang stalked the worst. Well, I've been gang stalked everywhere and didn't realize, even in Milwaukee in 2005 after Hurricane Katrina, I didn't know I was being gang stalked even then. That, the moment I get in the car, um, shucks, I'm pulled over for speeding the very second I press on the gas pedal. I'm like, well, what the hell? I didn't even see the bully fag cops hiding somewhere. And then next thing you know, I'm pulled over with the false accusation of speeding. Like, they don't want you with anything good. They don't want you driving, having a car. They don't want you to even stay in even a cheap, shitty hotel room. Yeah, they think I should walk and take the bus and be homeless on the streets everywhere as a punishment for the rest of my life. If I'm that much of a criminal, put me in prison now. Try me in a court of law. But y'all some cowards and you know we're innocent. So, I mean, if you want to condemn somebody, you can't be a pet killer, a killer. You murder animals and you harass and torture people all day, every day, and you have the authority and the right to punish but you falsely accuse somebody of doing this, and you know damn well that they didn't do it. So, the Freemasons, Eastern Star, occult, esotericism, witches, warlocks, Satanists, all y'all do not have the authority or right to punish people. You don't. Y'all are the ones who deserve to be punished. I mean, how the hell you think you had the authority to punish me, somebody who's innocent and done, none of us are perfect, but if you ritually sacrifice people, what makes you more righteous or better than somebody who spreads truth? I mean, and it's like I don't. I want to be able to be free to speak my mind rather than people watching me and trying to control me and punish me for every truth I speak, or treat me like as if I don't have a right to speak my mind. But people prefer to gravitate more towards a lie than the truth. And so it's like, now that my twin sister is freaking hovering over and like stalking and spying and monitoring and watching my videos, and she was secretly stalking and spying and following me around on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook or whatever, when the short little time I had it again this year. I mean, now it seems like my freedom of speech has to be halted. I refuse to be bullied and controlled by not just her, but any of you gang stalking perps. So, I mean, I saw, like, I was trying to see what Stars 15K was trying to say. And then, I looked at my twin sister's Twitter, and she tried to mock and laugh and say, ha ha ha. I don't remember exact words, but she said something along those lines. Well, wow, next thing you know, she's going to say everybody who farts is a Freemason or something like that, she said. But, it's like, I want to talk about targeted Madison. She would talk about the V2K and the synthetic telepathy and directed conversation, sleep deprivation, her seeing a psychiatrist and being forced to see a psychiatrist and take medicine. I mean, Madison even said she'd been in jail like many times for lashing out on people. So I mean, it sounds like as if she's mocking and joking on Twitter about herself being a targeted individual, because this shit ain't nothing to play with, nothing. And she might be like, "Ooh, owie, oh, they're cooking my brain," and stuff like as if she thinking, like as if she just trying to make fun. I mean, I didn't realize it until after. I mean, I thought she was serious and legit. Even though she never showed pictures of like evidence of evidence of them trashing her apartment or something like that. All she would do is just tweet, or she would tweet pictures about her cat, So I really think that she's the one who's not a real targeted individual, and I think she just has a Twitter account just to mock and laugh at, like just to mock targeted individuals, and she disguises herself as a real one. And she acting like she was hardcore on my side and understanding, and she just disappointed me very much and turned out to be fake. And she turned out to be fake. And you don't have the authority or the right to say you're not a TI after you've seen the videos of and pictures and commented on them on Twitter. Like a couple of weeks ago, I had the noise harassment from the neighbor up in here, and then I try to disguise and like be discreet with the video because of what happened. Remember what happened with that motel? So I try to be discreet and or try to be inconspicuous. Yeah. So I posted a short video clip of the noise harassment and put it here on YouTube. And then she said, I said, well, I don't know if this is noise harassment, but she's like, damn well that's noise harassment. But I mean, within a couple of weeks before my twin sister brainwashed her and got in her head, she started to every once in a while just randomly say, and I call myself being patient and merciful with her, and she would say like smart ass remarks like with the them cheating out my food, and which y'all seen that, and her response is, you're lucky they're not poisoning you. Or if I show a picture of a perp, I don't remember what that guy did to me, but I took a picture of him, and then she told me, trying to insinuate that I deserve to get my ass whipped because the guy looks rough, or I deserve to get hurt some kind of way because trying to tell me be careful because that guy looks rough or whatever. And a couple of other instances. So I don't know. I'm just can't speechlessly shocked. And even other so-called targeted individuals will see videos of me being harassed and gang stalked and perked, and they'll still say, I don't even know if you're a real TI. Like, after all those videos you've seen and commented on, and you still say that? Or they'd be like, oh, keep your head up or whatever. So, like, all the so-called real targeted individuals are blindly believing Madison without fact-checking. And, if it seemed like she'd be like, ooh, owie, they're kicking my body, like as if she's making fun. Like as if she's making fun. Because if you were truly targeted, you would have known right away that my twin sister or anybody would be a perp. That's one of the if you want to try and say, she's a pedophile and she did this and she did that to my twin sister. I mean to my daughter or whatever. But but Madison had just got finished saying that, oh yeah, I believe you, Candy, because because my family perked me and do me the same way. And so then when my twin sister made a tweet about lying, and like, what could I do to make Raven bleed vaginally? I mean, this is shameful and embarrassing. Like, I've been falsely accused of doing stuff to my twin sister's kids and me not being around. But Quite a few people have told me, Candy, yes, your sister sold her soul, and it's sad. And that's the reason why y'all can't get along. But of course she's not going to admit it. I really think that she was trying to sacrifice Raven when Raven was born. She's not going to admit it. But she was trying to sacrifice Raven. I didn't realize until I thought years later and found out the truth about everything. And maybe it might have been the Holy Spirit revealing to me that, my and then my twin sister was trying to scapegoat me, and her and her husband, it seemed like they were trying to attempt to blood sacrifice Raven. And now Raven is all disabled and everything. But I was on those medications and stuff like that. And if you wanted to falsely accuse me of doing stuff to any of your children, why you always wanted me to change Raven's diaper then? And you get mad when I refuse. And in 2010, she was calling everybody up, begging them to come take her kids and take, even, and my twin sister, she even called me in desperateness. I'm like, well, if you falsely accuse me of molesting your kids, why would you call, and you tell me that I better not get pregnant, or we're twins, and you act like you don't want me having children or getting married. I mean, there was a point in time where everybody was telling me, you better not get pregnant, or everybody, when I had a boyfriend in 2006 in New York, and it's like, I'm not allowed to get pregnant, have kids, have a job, none of that. And so even the foster sister Shelly falsely accused me of being a pedophile. Okay, hellface Shelly. If she wasn't gonna falsely accuse me of molesting her kids though, but they wanted to scapegoat and falsely accuse me of molesting the foster boys. Well, why? If I'm such a dangerous person and a pedophile, why the fuck did you try to use and take advantage of me and force me to drive your kids home drive your kids home from school every day? Every day. And then I was forced to have like a 3 p.m. curfew. The foster sister Shelley delusionally believed she had the authority and the right to issue me a 3 p.m. curfew. Or whenever the kids come home when I had my car and dropped the kids off, couldn't pick the kids up from school and took them straight home, because that ride was about 5 minutes or less from the school, from McDonald 26, the same school I went to. So if I'm that dangerous of a pedophile, why you always want me to watch your kids and babysit your kids for free? I never got compensated. That Shelly will have me waste my gas to go get her kids and stuff like that, and they were just treating me like a slave, like an errand slave, a slave to run errands, to do things that they can do themselves. And it's like, damn, I wasn't even good and fresh and 18 yet. Just barely, like not long ago after turning 18, and the foster mom herself started the false rumors, like falsely accused me of sexually wanting the ugly ass, that foster white boy Kenneth. He was 13 and I was 18. The foster mom herself used to falsely accuse me of sexually wanting her husband, when knowing I hated the man and we couldn't get along. All these, just sick ass false accusations and lies. And when my twin sister would get mad, everybody who she's mad at is guilty of molesting her damn kids. She even blamed Wyatt, Sean, her husband Dwayne, and Slow Hoes Toya from the fake cult Bible class. I wish I still had that video and never got rid of it, with Ice and Nicole and Jamel said that with Brandy tried to lie and say that that I never even touched the gun, but she had a gun. I never saw her gun, but I heard about this gun. Um, so that's how rough she is. That you're a woman that's a hardcore butch mandite, and you freaking carry. I mean, you have a damn gun. I'm homeless on the streets by myself, and you know, basically not even really allowed to carry around mace and a knife for protection. I mean, a small little blade or something for protection. I can't even do that. So I mean, I carry around freaking pepper spray, but I don't know if it's still good because I think they expire after a certain year. But I've had that same little pink small thing of pepper spray that I never got to use, but I've been attacked. Y'all, I mean, so it didn't even cross my mind. I forgot I even had the pepper spray. It didn't even cross my mind to pepper spray that homeless crazy girl. It didn't even cross my mind to pepper spray her. Um, but it's like my twin sister Brandy. Like, why aren't you talking about? She told me that Dwayne, her husband Dwayne, Ashley Dwayne Starks. She told me that Dwayne had that Dwayne was beating on and molesting Raven and Joni's first two kids. India and Adriana, when that he would take him in a room and molest him and laugh. But she didn't call the police. She was not making a big deal out of it. But I remember she called me on the phone and told me about it, and then said the foster mom some kind of way got involved or whatever. So this is a big freaking embarrassing mess. I promise y'all, I never in my life harmed Raven, Ivan, or McKeithen. Never. I never even slapped them, done nothing to them. I wasn't even around them that long. Well, Raven, when we were still in New Orleans, was before Hurricane Katrina. But as I said, how the hell you make like, oh, I don't trust you to hold Raven because you're going to get nervous and drop her. And just playing all kinds of psychological games, manipulating. So also on Twitter, I saw that she tried to falsely accuse me of being a narcissist hoovering when I was just explaining in my video that, she knows exactly what the hell she's doing because it seems like she's the narcissistic abuser and lies and manipulates, and then she knows that she's lying and manipulating, so she'll reverse everything on me and lie and saying I'm the one who's manipulating. Then everybody will be confused, but people always are more inclined to believe her lies and stuff. I'm just trying to clear things up. When she's talking about she's clearing up her name, when adding lies, you have a whole channel called Tell It Like It Is while you speak in lies and hypocrisy. Conscience seared with a hot iron. I didn't even see Raven that day when she lied on me and say that I snatched Raven's umbilical cord to give to the biological mom, Frances, and the biological sister, Ramona, for a voodoo ritual to get Ramona's boyfriend, Amigo, to stop drinking. And if that would have happened, I know she lied on me and said that I stole Raven's umbilical cord when it was in 2004 when Raven was like, I don't know, 2 months, like 1 or 2 months. But then she didn't tell me till 2013. She said a ritual to get Amigo to stop drinking. So my family is into this shit, but I know nothing about it. And I promise you, I didn't even get to see Raven that day because she was giving me mean looks and made sure she was hiding Raven from me that day when I was by the foster mom's house. And then the foster mom even confronted me, and yelled at me and I was already an adult, too old to be punished. But she tried to condemn me and get mad at me and believe my twin sister's lies. And then my twin sister, I saw that, what she said on Facebook, that the foster mom said, yes, voodoo is real. Well, of course, Ann, voodoo is real because you perform voodoo. But this is just a big mess because So many people say that me and my twin sister were a mind control experiment, MK Ultra experiment. And people want me to get rid of my all my belongings out the storage unit. I need proof and my evidence of foster care human experimentation. See, they try to break us and try to make us so retarded, but I'm not retarded like they just were hoping and expecting. And they were threatened. Even I was in freaking kindergarten and they were threatened by me being so smart or whatever. Like, I was a freaking threat at 5 years old for being too smart. But yet they said I was poorly behaved. And the records, my medical records in my storage unit say that my medical records say that when I was in kindergarten that I was diagnosed with pervasive developmental disorder, NOS, and was put on the autism spectrum, but they couldn't figure out what it is. And so then later on in life, I read up about they said that a person who ends up to be an Aspie or have Asperger's syndrome. And other people have asked me, isn't there any chance you got Asperger's syndrome because you're so hypersensitive? I don't even know if I'm microchipped. And I don't know what's the cause. I mean, I'm not sure. But all those surgeries, all those freaking surgeries, like eye surgery, nose surgery. I had nose surgery twice. I had eye surgery when I was 5. I had heart murmur when I was 2. I'm not bullshitting. I'm not lying. I don't need to over exaggerate and try to get sympathy or attention. I had 2 strokes when I was 5. So, my twin sister's still using those freaking tactics that the foster mom used, like, trying to say, oh, she diagnosed herself with Asperger. She diagnosed herself. The foster mom will falsely accuse me of diagnosing myself with this and that because I didn't want to be called schizophrenic. Like, she was trying to freaking diagnose me when she wasn't even authorized. She's not a medical doctor to diagnose me with schizophrenia. But the foster mom didn't start calling me crazy and schizophrenic until after that situation that happened. And then she was using that as her smear campaign to prevent me from speaking out the truth about her abusing me, herself. So like everybody was brainwashed to listen to nothing Candy says because everything she says is a lie and she's crazy, and everything she says is illogical, incoherent, irrational, doesn't make sense. And like as a like that fake targeted Madison, she should call herself Messy Madison because she started to act a whole kind of fucking different when and she also made smear campaigns and lies about me too. But she tried to say that gang stalking is a crime, and she would say that she has basic human rights that are being denied. Well, Madison, you're perping me. So, or if gang stalking is illegal, Madison, take yourself to jail too. So, I just don't get. I mean, when you see my twin sister's YouTube, and she says stuff like, she needs to be admitted. She needs to get help now. She's defending Stars 15K about me. And you're going to tell me you're not a perp? And then Madison switched it and lied, and got my twin sister and everybody else believing the lie that I'm the gang stalker and the narcissistic abuser who's perping my twin sister, which is not true. My twin sister has to control everything and have the upper hand over everything. I can't even win a simple argument with her. She has to win. She has to be right. She has to have the upper hand. She thinks she can keep me in line and use threats and bullying and abuse, but I'm the narcissist. If I was the narcissist, I would have my way. I would have things my way. And I don't really get my way. You know. So, I mean, we're twins and you think you can control who I should date, who my boyfriend should be, or think I should run every friend that I get, you should turn them away from me. But with the reconcile thing, Madison and the hack your mother and a couple of other people said, well, I hope you two can reconcile together. But I was just explaining about the reconciliation, but it had nothing to do with me being a narcissist hoovering. But that's just her playing games and mocking narcissist victims. And she's one of the people who was abused by the foster mom and sadly turned out to be just like the foster mom. Because narcissistic abusers try to mold you into being just like them, and or the way that they want you to be. And if you don't want to be like them or the way that they want you to be, then something's wrong with you. You're crazy. So some people tell me that they applaud me for breaking away from the mind control programming. Because before I even realized I was mind controlled or the truth about anything, I just said that I don't want to be like the foster mom. If she wants to force us to have margarine to eat, I'm a grown woman. I'm by myself. If I want to buy butter instead of margarine, then that's my right to buy butter and not margarine. I don't have to have everything on clearance and the cheapest thing on your menu every time. So I don't go and buy the most expensive either. But I try to tell myself it's okay to buy what you like, not settle for less just because it's the cheapest thing on the menu. But a lot of times with my financial situation, I got no choice. And like my twin sister turned out to act in a way like the foster mom and the foster brother Joe, like trying to carry on their personality, the same oppressors and abusers. And the gay brother Mark also tried to carry on the same traits and characteristics as the foster mom or some of the foster family members, and be like narcissistic and controlling and abusive and want to keep tabs for control and acting like you think you own me like property and I'm your freaking sister. So I'm not allowed to have anything. And Stars 15K try to say, oh, well, Candy says she spends $10 every meal eating out, and which is $900 a month, and she only gets $800. And then she said, live cheaper, Candy. Like, and she butted in. I didn't even tell. I wasn't even messing with her, but she butted in and just tweeted that on Twitter. Like she just wanted to. I'm the only targeted individual who Stars 15K harasses, but one time I saw her harass one other person. So it's like now they working in league. You can't tell me you're not a perp, and you can't tell me you didn't sell out to the devil. If people know this on a spiritual level, but I have to make myself be strong enough to take the licks and the persecution. If my twin sister's only attacking me, I'm not just speaking on her. I'm talking about everybody. And here she comes with a telling it like it is YouTube channel full of lies and more lies. And she's not going to speak against the foster family. She's not going to speak against the Kraft family. She's not going to speak against her oppressive, abusive teachers from school. She's not going to speak out against the fake IDMR cult. She's not going to speak against the abusive psychiatrist. And this whole dismantling this whole freaking system and trying to figure stuff out. I mean, Ramona's guilty of voodoo and witchcraft. I knew nothing about. And I remember in 2007, Brandy hid Raven away from me, and Raven was supposedly asleep, but she left the when she was pregnant with Makita, and it was just Ivan up in there, and she's like, "Look at Ivan!" Like, "Oh, look at Ivan! Look at his eyes! Oh, look at Ivan! Look at this! Look at that!" And then I said, "Can I take a picture?" And she's like, "No, don't take a picture because you're gonna go give it back to Ramona and Francis so they can do a voodoo ritual." I'm like, "What?" I mean, so they can do voodoo. I'm like, "What?" Um, so you know that wasn't even my intention or crossed my mind or anything. And I didn't even much know about that. And then she snuck behind my back. And Wyatt told me that, basically she snuck behind my back and lied on me and said that I looked at Ivan like I wanted to do oral on him. But she's like, "Look at Ivan. Oh, look at, whatever." But that's how she do. Like, as if she acting like she wanted to try to throw China on me. She even tried to throw her husband Dwayne on me, trying to make like as if I should sexually take them. She get mad when I say they're ugly, and she acted like one time she acted like she wanted me to see what China's genitals look like on pictures, and I'm like, ew, like why? Like she. And then when we get into an argument, she falsely accused me of sexually wanting China. After she cried and got all offended when I said that China was ugly. And it's like she acted like she wanted to, I mean, it's just so, the lies and rumors are just so freaking embarrassing. Now I have to address this to y'all in case y'all want to go run on her channel. But if you communicating with one of my biggest perps, Stars 15K, plus you saying I need help, I need to be admitted to the mental institution, how is that not ringing bells in your head that, okay, that's a perp? So my twin sister herself bragged about doing a voodoo ritual on one of her ex-gay lovers, Alcia, and then bragged about how she did a voodoo ritual on Alcia, and then Alcia went to jail the next day. And my twin sister in 2017, see, when she thinks she's part of this Black Lives Matter community or whatever, but she freaked out and was all like fake sad and whatever about Sandra Bland, Trayvon Martin. She acting like she cared so much when Maya Angelou died. And I'm like, wow, she's ignoring and hating her own twin sister for no reason. But she's loving these strangers, And she was all, Kanika Jenkins. And she even did a video about Kanika. But Kanika Jenkins, they say, was a targeted individual, and I'm a targeted individual. So, Brandy, I hope that, I don't think it will happen, and I hope it wouldn't happen. But what happened to Kanika Jenkins? What if that was me? Because target individuals, some people, especially black, like, I heard that a lot of black people are targeted individuals, and some people say that we are targeted for our organs. That's scary. But a lot of different people are targeted for different reasons. I'm not saying I'm targeted for my organs, but, we were put in foster care, unethical human experimentation. We're not worthy. They want to kill us off. Eugenics. Slavery, like mind slavery. And black people doing this to other black people. Sellouts. You sold your soul. to the devil in exchange for whatever, money, fame, power, wealth. So I don't want to keep repeatedly talking about my twin sister and turn my viewers away, but I'm talking about I'm addressing everybody. But I'm questioning targeted Madison, who should be called Messy Madison, because she wait till after she get hateful and turned against me to finally subscribe to my channel, Madison, and then send me hateful comments saying that you're not, yeah, you deserve to be punished from the target individual community because you're not a TI. And then and well, you're the one who's not a targeted individual. Go to @targeted Madison on Twitter, and I bet you she's gonna be a coward and like her freaking tweets. But I got some screenshots of some of the stuff she said, acting like she's really a targeted individual. But if she go and cowardly like her tweets, then that'll prove my point. @targeted Madison. And then another video that I did was she just randomly commented and said that she tried to say that oh yeah, you're gonna go to hell for what you did to your sister's child. I believe your sister. And she's like, ooh, this is getting juicy. Let me get messy. And so the video that my twin sister put out in 2017, and she saved that video for all those years. But that one video, if I didn't delete that when Nicole and Jamel and all them, and Ice, or whatever these weirdo lesbians and dykes and fags, whoever she was hanging with, these weirdos, that would have shut everybody up. But she thinks she's proven something in that video in 2017, and I was very sleep deprived. I was sleep deprived, and she was trying to manipulate and trick me, and trying to shame and humiliate me. Now she can put those videos up, and she can put videos up about me, but I'm forbidden to say not one thing about her. When a few years ago I was in that homeless shelter, and I put a video talking about how I didn't even realize I was gang stalked. But I was talking about the harassment and abuse from the neighbors and landlord, and when I was in Los Angeles. And I said, well, ever since even the neighbors admitted to me that she put stuff told them a lot of lies and put stuff in their head, and they were perping the fuck out of me, like turned against me. And the neighbors, Ron and Tammy, they loved me like family for over a year. Loved me like family. And told me, you're like family. When I first met them. And I used to be able to sit in their house, and we sit down and talk. And me coming from the food bank and having excess food like tomatoes and strawberries or zucchini or whatever, and stuff like that. And we would have they would give me a soda or something to drink. And they were the first people who I told in person that I gave my life over to Jesus Christ and became a Christian. They gave me a big old hug and stuff. And so, they resort from doing that to opening my mail, putting dead birds on my by my doorstep, entering in and out of my my gate when they had their own gate to walk through, smoking. Wait till my windows are open to start smoking all day on purpose. Vandalizing the doorknob but on my gate when they had their own gate to walk through. They deliberately cross over to my gate and go in and out on purpose. And none of that started until my twin sister put lies in their head. And back to talking about 2017, when I last saw her in person. Me and her had I think it was the night after that, or about the night after that, when she put me out on Facebook, and she put that same video on YouTube to give false proof that I'm crazy and trying to intimidate and bully and scare me into silence. But I'm not shutting up. And the foster mom, Adrian Felder, you're not going to shut me up. Stankin' Crab family, you're not going to shut me up. Alex Dupree, you're not going to shut me up. Stars 15K, you're not going to shut me up. Messy Madison, you're not going to shut me up. Lanika Simeon, you're not going to shut me up. Joe Harrell, you're not going to shut me up. None of y'all. I'm talking about everybody. Georgette Evans, you're not going to shut me up. Mark Grand Prix, you're not going to shut me up. Ramona Grand Prix, you're not going to shut me up. Whore Rebecca Garnett, you're not going to shut me up. Drunk Lady Yvonne Garnett, you're not going to shut me up. I'm talking about everybody. Because y'all all freaking sold y'all souls. Sellouts. All y'all. And that's one thing. Narcissistic abusers want to use violence to control. When my twin sister, she tried to push me up to fight her. Like trying to provoke me to hit her on purpose. And then during that time when I was up there, you know how the sound of that machine of when you break up the I don't know what it's called when you're breaking up concrete, like nothing just plows through the, not a plow, but it just beats through the concrete and break the concrete up. So my twin sister got up out of her sleep and made a noise like that. She made a noise like that, and then next you know she grabbed the knife. And she took the knife and was doing like this. Like, and she's like, she's like, I die tonight, I die tonight, I die tonight, Kanika Jenkins. And I had to wrestle the knife out of her hand like at least twice, and she nearly succeeded at cutting her own throat. Like, what? I never in my life saw anything like that before. Or heard anything like that. You utter a sound that doesn't even sound human. Like, I was wondering, what the hell is going on? So, I never intentionally and knowingly perform any witchcraft ritual on anybody, and I don't really know any, and neither do I care to try to practice or perform any voodoo or witchcraft rituals. And my twin sister, you know how when the celebrities are like reptilian shapeshifters and stuff, or politicians and stuff, and they have where their pupils in their eyes slit. When my twin sister had this picture, but she said it was a seizure. And her eyes, I don't have possession of that picture, but it was during the MySpace days, like between 2007 and 2009. And her eyes turned gray. Like the color that's brown on our eyes, or green on other people's, or gray, blue. Well, the brown part of her eyes had turned gray, and then her pupils were slit like straight up like a snake, like snake's eyes are. And then in 2013, it was a couple of months after the biological mom, Frances, had died. And I think Arthur too. And she said that she was sleeping or something like that. Or I think she said she was in the hospital or something like that. I don't remember what it was. But she told me that I remember she emailed me and talking about ethereal darkness and at peace or something like that. I mean, no, she said something about darkness and ethereal peace or something like that. She told me, and she said that well, I read that dead relatives don't come back and visit you, but it's demons masquerading as dead relatives that come back and visit you, because And if they weren't that loving or nice, the biological parents, why the hell would they be so loving and nice when they're dead? They weren't that loving or nice, so those were demons deceiving her. And she told me that she died 3 times. And I'm like, no, you can't die 3 times. If you would have, she tried to tell me she died 3 times. And, she, when she told me that the biological mom, Frances or whatever, and the biological dad, Arthur, and the biological sister, Belinda, had visited her and tried to get her to come over onto the other side, and that she went over to the other side and didn't want to come back, and that they were all nice and loving towards her and stuff. And then another time she told me that the biological mom, Frances, or whoever, had visited China too. She wants to include China with everything she does. And so wow, I mean, I know I never sold my soul. And I remember even one time she told me over the phone that it was the anniversary of her being raped by the gangster disciples guys or whatever. And she said that she became demon possessed. I remember those words. She said she became demon possessed and self-harmed and cut her arms and stuff like that years ago. And I think she said something about she would cut her arms and feel no pain. Slit her arms and feel no pain. Like, scary stuff. And I was on those psych medications and just blinded to everything. I don't even know I highly believe that her and her husband Dwayne were trying to sacrifice Raven and then scapegoat me. I have no reason to harm a baby fresh out the womb. And then my twin sister lied to my niece, hell-faced, ugly Monica. Monica used to love me. And that day, Monica gave me such a big, tight hug. Grabbed me and hugged me so tight and everything like that. Behind that lie, my twin sister lying to everybody saying that I try to kill Raven. The family all lost all forms of respect for me. I remember when the biological mom, Frances, was alive. I was 18 and left the foster mom's house. The foster mom tried to say I ran away. That was like in February, a couple of months after when my twin sister tricked me into going back to see the biological family, and then lied to the foster mom, said it was me that did that to her. And then that's when the foster boys started disrespecting me, like Kenneth and Cody and whoever. And the foster mom falsely accused me of being deceitful, and we were 18 and she made it like we didn't have a right to go back and see our biological family. But how my twin sister was secretly visiting them before we were still 17, and I didn't know she was sneaking behind the foster mom's back and visiting the biological family. And then so my twin sister tricked me into going to see the biological family. And then the foster mom got mad, and then my twin sister blamed me, and the foster mom persecuted me so hard. And that's how it's like ever since my twin sister will always do dirty stuff and then blame it on me or reverse it on me, and I'm not allowed to have a voice to say that she's lying, because the foster mom would falsely accused me of badgering her when I'm trying to tell the foster mom the truth. Like, Candy, when I told you about badgering me. And so then Foster Chakraborty, Dr. Chakraborty, like, the foster mom would be like, she badgers Dr. C. Oh, yeah, she badgers Dr. C. She badgers. She badgers. And so, I try to undo my own mind control programming before I even realized I was under mind control or being programmed. All I know is I can have butter if I want to. I don't have to buy margarine. I don't have to buy everything that's the cheapest deal, the cheapest and on sale every time. In which I got no choice because of my low money now. The foster mom stole my money. She took my money and then used it against me and threw it in my face saying, Kenny, I'm going to tell you, you're going to be plenty of days broke. And, some of the dirty deeds in the biological family, it's too shameful to even talk about. Too embarrassing. Too embarrassing and shameful to talk about. And my twin sister think that she knows what it means to be a perfect Christian. That she said she's a Christian, but she do this. Well, you believe in that I did moral cult, but you do dirty stuff. So I have a right to vent. I have a right to speak my experiences of the truth. I don't even know if y'all can, some of y'all who've been following me know I'm really being gang stalked and targeted and harassed. No 15-year-old child should have to walk around saying that people treat me like I don't have a right to exist on the face of this earth. Now, I'm the one that's all kinds of demonic, evil, and crazy, and I'm Satan himself and everything like that. But in 2017, my twin sister had she told me in 2017 wait a minute, what she say? Oh, my mind went blank. But I forgot what I was gonna say. But anyway. Oh, I remember. In 2017, she was this close to accepting Jesus as her Lord and Savior, and started to believe me. And then China just that quickly said she threatened to leave and say, "You're gonna be all by yourself. You decide you want to turn to Jesus, you're gonna be all by yourself." And so my twin sister got scared and would rather stick with China. Because my twin sister says she's afraid to be alone. I prefer to be alone. But she's afraid to be alone. And it's like, so I mean, she almost was about to become a Christian. And I say this about not just her, but any family member. If they can be receptive to the truth about how this world system operates. And then we undo the mind control, because we've been mind controlled and brainwashed to do all this evil stuff. It's not 100% totally our fault, but we all are guilty of sin. So, I mean, I know my twin sister's way of thinking about me and her opinion and other family members, but I mean, they were brainwashed to believe a certain kind of thing about me. Things like lies and stuff. I'm gonna say it again. If you're a true targeted individual without evidence, you are falsely accused, and having fake witnesses to lie for you is not evidence. You are falsely accused of being a pedophile, a prostitute, a terrorist, or a crazy person, or belonging to some nut group, conspiracy theorist. They said that a conspiracy theorist is a terrorist. Excuse me. People who know the truth and won't go along with the New World Order satanic Luciferian system. Any evil, any brainwashing, any false thoughts or strong delusions. I've been trying as best as I can for about a decade to undo everything. And just like the government and the evil entities or whoever demon possessed humans, just like they tell us lies in stages. But then again, it seems like the truth is being revealed in stages because people are not ready to accept the truth. It's so hard. I know I've had my moments where I've been in denial about certain things. Like, I couldn't believe it about the cloning thing. I really couldn't. It was hard to grasp and come to acceptance about the cloning, the celebrities being transgender, fake pregnancies, so all these psyops. They put human meat in McDonald's and other fast food, certain and aborted fetal cells and vaccines and food and drinks, everyday packaged food and drinks. I felt like I didn't know how to live with myself with that. Like, I was like in 2010 with finding out the truth, even finding out I was in a cult, a false religion. I'm going to upload that video to this channel. A false religion. Finding out I was in a cult, a false religion. Fraudster Henry Clifford Kinley. Fraudster Queen Lee is what I call him. 3rd degree Scottish Rite Mason. He was a Freemason Luciferian. I'm just thank God every day in Jesus' name that I don't have to deal with the fake IDMR cult and mental health anymore. You don't have the authority or right to control me. Nobody. If my twin sister trying to say, oh, everybody's trying to tell Candy get out of Florida. Last I checked, I'm 37 years. If people told her get out of Texas, would she listen? No. She would do what the hell she wants. But I had to do what everybody says. But as I said, would you go live with you being a single female, homeless and disabled? Would you go and live with a guy who just simply says his name is DJ? He won't tell you how he got your phone number. Excuse me. He won't tell you how he got your phone number. And he won't tell you his full name. I'm surprised he told me how old he was. And he by the minute he gets increasingly abusive by the minute on the phone. This stranger, how is that sound advice to suggest that I go live by that person? Or people who offering for you to come stay by them for free and lie and say that they're targeted. Then lying said that they're targeted and just trying to they're not targeted, but they'll, I guess, be paid to be overly obsessed with real targeting, and like they watch us. I heard that demons watch people, monitor and follow you around, and they say that gang stalkers are basically either they said that they're demons in the flesh or demon possessed humans. How the fuck are demons driving on a damn road in a car? Um, yeah, they just move in a way that's just creepy and unnerving when they're driving around a freaking Kia Soul. Ford Escape. Ford Escape. I mean, red or white Ford Escape. So many of them in one day trying to run me over. Strategically trying to run me over with the intentionally trying. Like, how the hell you have several, like 200 cars when you go and walk for 2 hours, and every street that you cross, a vehicle is trying to run over you. And even if you're in a neighborhood and and it's hard to get those kind of vehicles on camera. I mean on my phone. I only maybe once or twice. I can only catch the aftermath of them because it happens. All it takes is a couple of seconds for them to try to make a last minute decision to go from 3 lanes over and then illegally speed over, and then come try to hit you with their car. The other night when I went to Denny's, they had a car that drove out of the Baskin Robbins Dunkin' Donuts parking lot, and nearly, I mean, that car, it was nighttime and they were driving with no headlights. And then after they passed me, that's when they put on their bright lights. Or people driving by with one headlight, stalking and following and harassing people, or color harassment. You're part of Candy Grand Prix's murder conspiracy, or any other targeted individual. Paparazzi. And that's why people like Kanye West, Justin Bieber, Kanye West's daughter. When the paparazzi come, and Michael Jackson didn't like it either. But I believe that Aaliyah was targeted. And one time she said, I don't mind the paparazzi following me. I guess people would say she was that strong that, it didn't bother her. But she could have easily flipped out too. And people say that when Britney Spears is a targeted individual. And the gay brother Mark is the type of person who, and the foster mom Ann, they're narcissistic and abusive enough to get conservatorship over me. I hope they wouldn't do it, but they're that narcissistic and controlling and abusive. But, Britney Spears' family members had conservatorship over her. I heard that Barry Hankerson, Aaliyah's uncle and handler or whatever, had conservatorship over her. And controlled all her music and controlled everything. Sick ass. So, when Britney Spears shaved her head and, had her breakdown, or MK Ultra breakdown, I heard that Britney Spears was speaking a lot of truth, like secretly on a website that she wanted her fans to know. And I remember, even years ago, when Britney Spears first came out, I don't remember, it was somewhere in the late 90s or somewhere in the 90s, and she was like 17 years old. And I remember she had this like smile, deceitful looking smile, this like smile on her face. at fake McDonald's, and everybody was talking about how much of a whore and slut Britney was. And I didn't even know that she was one of the Disney kids, Mouseketeers or something like that, with Justin Timberlake and Christina Aguilera. So it seemed like nobody really liked Britney Spears. Everybody was calling her a hoe and slut and stuff. And she was MK Ultra victim. And people say she's soulless, like she lost her soul or something. And so they say she was speaking out a lot of truth. And so then next you know, whenever we heard that she shaved her head, and I heard that they want to force her to wear hair implants or something. and we are not crazy. We're just running from abuse. And when they try to say that Britney was driving the child in the car with she was driving a car with the baby in the front seat with no seatbelt and stuff like that, they probably drugged her up. And you know, if you're not on drugs yourself, but you know, they drug you up in Hollywood and put you under mind control and stuff. And that's why everybody wants me to be on medication so that I can be sedated and compliant like a freaking total puppet on a string, like easily controlled. And so now I'm more of a threat and a danger for speaking out of what I learned and researched. But the best thing that ever happened to me, when my twin sister, you know, and that's what we got into that argument about last year, she did give me Fraudster Harris's phone number and encouraged me to call him. And then she lied last year and said that she dared me to call him, or that she told me not to call him. I called him anyway, which is not true. You encouraged me to call him because if you didn't want me to call him, you wouldn't have gave me his number. So why would you give me his number and then tell me not to call him? And so then before I can get any word out, he said, "You are a satanic spirit and a demon in the body. I know exactly who you are, and you have nothing to say to me," and then hung up in my face. So I'm like, what Holy Spirit figure would say something like that? You know, my twin sister, when we were 18, she was the one who told me that the biological mom, Frances, said that IDMR is a cult. I didn't even know what a cult is, but I was 18, and me and the foster mom got into one of our arguments. And I said, and she's like, the foster mom said, "Oh, after, you know, Nichols State University didn't Thibodaux, Louisiana didn't have IDMR cult. She was the one who sent me to another cult called Chi Alpha and tried to force me to go there. I quit going there. I didn't like them. They were weird anyway." Excuse me. So this fake college-based Chi Alpha Christian cult. Excuse me. So then the foster mom was like, I hope you pray to God or whoever it is, because you sure don't believe in Yahweh. And so I said, good, because nobody cares about that fake cult shit anyway. And then she got mad. I don't remember if she beat me up or she started throwing things at me. But I was 18 years old, and I didn't even know what a cult was or anything like that. It's just my twin sister told me that the biological mom, Frances, and I think the gay brother, Mark, also, you know, said IDMR, Institute of Divine Metaphysical Research, is a cult. So what I'm going to do is get that video, try to see if I can upload it on here, and so yeah, try to upload it onto here, and you know that IDMR, y'all know y'all a cult, yeah, because y'all gang stalk people too. Because the foster mom even had the fake IDMR cult people stalk and spy on us and then report back everything. Um, I'm 22 years old at the fake IDMR cult in New York. There was a lady from New Orleans. Her name was Vilma Reguera, and I think she was Cuban, Americanized Cuban. Her name was Vilma Reguera, and she had a son and a daughter named Rebecca and Daniel. And fake cult Bible class people, they delusionally believe, they try to make like, trying to pretend to be fake and self righteously name their child biblical names and stuff like that in order for show and make themselves look good. I mean, even my own twin sister said that, and on the West Bank, the fake IDMR class people said that she said that the fake IDMR cult people, that they're acting like as if going to class is a fashion show because people nitpick and laugh about you having a run in your stockings or a hole in your shoes or something like that, that they care too much about appearance, and they mock and laugh at how you look and stuff. So it seemed like, I guess during my teenage years, I guess I must have been trying. I didn't realize I was mind control, but I guess I must have been like trying to break free of the mind control programming, trying to not take medicine in my senior year in high school. Um, Even years before that, I would have my moments swap. And then the fake social workers, what they did was snuck behind my back while I was going to school, snooped through all my belongings, and found my bottles of medication that I didn't take. And so then they had the foster mom force me against my will, like a 2-year-old child, and take the medicine in front of her face, and while she want to watch me make sure I take the medicine. And I'ma say it again, the foster mom, Adrian Felder, who they call Ann, I was in my junior year in high school, and she talked to that lady, Miss Jackie Harrison, from the fake cult Bible class, who's kind of some kind of way related to Miss Jennifer Gouges and all them from the fake IDMR cult, Miss Jackie. And she had a son, I think his name was Papi or whatever, and she had a daughter named Janelle or something. And I remember that Jackie, not Jackie Womble, but that Jackie she was talking to on the phone. And so she said, she threatened, I eavesdropping her conversation and heard her tell Miss Jackie that she's going to put me on a medication that will destroy my liver and kill me. I was not 17 years old yet. Excuse me. One time, me and the foster mom beat me up, and she rough handled and jerked and pulled me by my hair and said, "I'm gonna kill you, little girl." And the foster mom would be just mean and abusive for no reason, and then when we strike back, we're being disrespectful. I tried to get my twin sister to see the foster system what it really is. She might not even be 100% at fault for the dirt that she's doing to me. And I'm not trying to be malicious or dirty towards her. I mean, I'm just speaking out on experiences. And so it seemed like she just wants competition and war. So I try to sit her down and try to get her to believe the truth that for money, I'm pretty sure we're twins. We were worth a lot of money. I'm pretty sure we were worth a lot of money. And I thought we were the only twins who went through this. Brainwashed to hate each other and not get along and be made to look crazy so that the foster parents or whoever can get money. Foster care separates families. Brainwash families to hate each other and do evil to each other in a way that seems like it's no way to reconcile or no hope for reconciliation. Um, All I know is that if y'all, if the targeting and gang stalking and torture was happening to y'all, y'all would speak on it too. They have some people who are truly targeted, but they're scared, and I understand. I mean, I thought I was the scariest person in the world, fearful. I mean, I was even scared last night. Maybe, like, I heard that sometimes the gang stalkers will use directed energy weapons to make you afraid that you're gonna die, afraid to go to sleep, and afraid that you're gonna die in your sleep. It's not a good feeling. And then they use that to keep you sleep deprived too. I even prayed and read the Bible last night. It's really scary, frightening. And then I know people are telling me fast and pray. But I'm still like mentally and spiritually like not ready yet. After the spiritual abuse with that fake deliverance minister, Lisa Ruby, and the other lady, Tracy Broadhurst. I'm just hurting and want somebody to hear my story of truth to the best of that I remember. Yep, the foster mom. I'm sorry if there's some things, topics I meant to get back to, and it slipped my mind or I got off track. But the foster mom made a threat to put me on a medicine that would destroy my liver and kill me. And I'm not even bipolar, but in New York, and Dr. Chakraborty would have never diagnosed me with bipolar. But in New York, these strange ass doctors who don't know me had me falsely diagnosed. Even the foster mom said that she didn't agree with that diagnosis. I'm not bipolar, never been. But strangers who think they know you just slap a label on you because they hate you so much. But anyway, back to the Vilma Reguera lady. This is what she said. When I went to the Queens, New York branch of the Fake Cult Bible class in New York in 2006. And she said, Miss Velma, she said, what the hell are you doing all the way in New York? And does your mama know that you all the way in New York? Picture, and that was the foster mom, not the biological mom. So picture this. Being 23 years old in a college degree, being told something like that. I told the foster mom about it. And the foster mom said, and she didn't even look me in the eye, but she would smoke her cigarette, look straight ahead and smoke her cigarette. Did you tell her that was none of your business? Did you tell her that was none of her business? Like, always smoking that cigarette. And the biological brother Wyatt, he makes fun of and laugh at everything. So the foster mom was that controlling. Now she wouldn't allow Brandy to kiss her own daughter in the face. But then Brandy said it wasn't fair that the foster mom herself would kiss Raven in the face. And that she allowed that white lady, Debbie Adams, from the Fake Cult Bible, that messy ass white lady, Debbie Adams, she delusionally believes she's black, project, and ghetto. Debbie Adams, messy ass white lady. My twin sister, was trying to figure out, well, how come the foster mom let Miss Debbie kiss my child in the face, but, I can't even kiss my own child in the face. That's how controlling the foster mom is. Now we're grown adults, and people still think she should have total control. I'm in my 30s and thank John from the Stinking Crab family think that I should go to your mama. Why you don't go live back with your mom? Like me, when he then find out I'm homeless and stuff. Why you don't go live back with your mama? Meaning the foster mom, not the biological mom, Francis, but go live with your mama, the foster mom, who cares nothing about us. Don't give a fuck. In 2007, I was living on my own in Denton, Texas. I had to kiss the foster mom's ass and call her. You don't care about me if I have to kiss your ass and call you, and then you get vicious and mean and yell at me and hang up in my face if I try to call you and let you know how I'm doing. But no 13-year-old should have to experience a foster parent while you minding your business eating Cocoa Dino Bites, the multi-meal generic brand of Cocoa Puffs, walk up to you and tell you you're going to wind up dead, and then walk off. And then if I be like, well, what was that for? Start your shit, you hear? Start your shit. But who's the one who started? And my twin sister caved into acting just like that. The gay brother Mark caved into acting just like that. I dare to break away from that and be different. Be myself. Be Candy. Not somebody else's personality. And I guess that's the thing that happens when you end up becoming like your abusers, or acting, or saying the same thing or the same kind of way, or acting just like your abusers. I was determined to not be like the foster mom as an adult, or have her habits or ways. Adrian Felder, you're not God. Mark Grand Prix, you're not God. None of y'all. Like the foster mom be like, keep on, you hear? The gay brother Mark would also be like, keep on, you hear? The same way. So, I guess that's that doggone spirit. For y'all who, I don't want to make this video that much longer. Because, I'm going to just make this an hour and a half. Because, I'm just venting and expressing. And the more I'm speaking, I'm hoping that more and more things are becoming to make more sense. And, now I know not to cave into, trying to kill myself and feeling hopeless and stuff like that. I didn't know that was what all this was. And medication like Abilify make you it make your hand shake like this. I think I talked about that in another video. Make me wanna it make you wanna drink bleach and jump off balconies. That's what it made me have urges to want to do. And you're gonna tell me that demons aren't in the pills, or that's not sorcery, pharmakia, witchcraft? So I don't know. I'm just trying to do whatever to pass the day, and I'm still sleep deprived and can't even function. It's like when I'm sleep deprived, I can't even focus on my longer books, but I can only do the short stories and can barely do those. And I worked on another video asking about, if possible, if anybody knows any websites where you can write whatever you want and get paid for it, and do things your way and get paid for it, rather than having to follow a specific formula. So today, I don't know if I'll take an Epsom salt bath, and I don't know. I'm just freely talking, just another open talk Um, this turned out to be way longer than I intended, but I mainly want to get at Madison, the fact that you're supposed to be targeted and supposed to feel our pain, and any other targeted individuals who are real, who have been brainwashed to believe lies and smear campaigns. Madison, what are you doing acting like a perp? Why? What the fuck is wrong with you, girl?